look, I'm going to leave the detective work to the police, but one has to wonder about the caliber of the weaponry used here. Where you are in Cape Town, and that's where I am from, we don't see a lot of AK-47 guns being used. We have a lot of gun violence, but should we read something into the fact that AK-47s were used? And also, is terrorism being considered here? What are the theories that police are exploring right now?
So good evening, Haydé. I think that we absolutely should read something into the fact that AK-47s were used in this attack. These are high caliber firearms. They're not readily available to the average South African citizen. And I think that really means that, a workable theory is that these weapons particularly have flowed from the hands of police and or private security and or the military into illegal hands. I think that we should absolutely, go down the theory that organized crime may be involved in this. This may seem like a random attack, but what has been on the rise over the past 2 years, in particular with the COVID-19 pandemic and lockdown in South Africa, is the rise of organized crime that has moved from drug smuggling and other forms of crime into these sort of extortion rings where they harass and really do a lot of damage to small businesses.
Ziyanda, when you hear mass shootings, it does kind of make you think about the kind of language we hear here in the United States, the scenes we see around mass shootings. South Africa has relatively strict gun laws. I mean, you have to be older than 21, you have to pass a competency test and a background test. But licensed firearms are, of course, not the problem here, right?
That's correct, yes. We have really strict gun laws here, even to store your guns, and even when you're convicted of a crime, you have your guns confiscated. So I don't think that the legal route is the issue. What is the issue is the theft of firearms from our security services, but also from private homes.
How do people feel at the moment? I mean, I was listening to the one woman who was saying, they don't know if the perpetrators are still walking amongst us in the township. Is the country on edge? And I ask you this because we know we come from a country where gun violence happens every day. If you come from a place like Cape Town, it's part of daily life. But there's something different about these incidents, right?
Absolutely. I think that people are uneasy on two levels. The first is that, I think a lot of them feel like these perpetrators are very much in their communities because, again, these happened in hyper-local spots. They didn't target, people who may have been visiting the township from elsewhere. They didn't target random businesses per se. These are particular small businesses and where people congregate quite often.